Hey YouTube, this is a Real Housewives of Atlanta review by Scandalous D, and this is season 6, episode 7. The girls are going to Savannah, and oh my god, why in the world do they have these women go on these trips? It's always some drama, it's always so overhyped, it's always something. But anyway, Candy's still dealing with the aftermath of her mother acting a damn fool at the bridal shower, or the bridal place, saying that she wanted to fight Carmen, and Candy still carry on like, well, what do? I don't know what to do. And she goes to see Cynthia, and Cynthia just goes, well, I had the same problem with my mother and my husband, but I just let them know, hey, y'all family now, and y'all got to get along, and you have to really put your foot down with your mother and tell her. She was just like, I just don't know what to do. And she just started breaking down, crying. She was like, how am I supposed to have a wedding when my family won't even show up? And it's like, girl, you gotta let them know, hey, we gonna elope and do what we gotta do. Either way it goes, we're getting married. He's sticking around. If you love me, you will get along with him. And that was just some advice that Cynthia gave her. And then God, do I even want to talk about Kenya? Kenya, she getting ready in her little mini closet, or her miniature closet. I'm gonna call it, because it's not even a real closet. And she was just talking about I don't know why they want us to go on this Savannah trip, but I go ahead and go. But if anybody of them want to leave, I got my piece with me. She pulls out this little gun. It's just like, girl, bye. You ain't about to do nothing with that gun. Everybody knows you don't pull out a gun unless you're getting ready to use it. So, and he gets back and go, ooh, girl, I wasn't ready for that. Her little good Judy, her K-Pal or whatever. And she just gets ready for that. Anyway, they show up. Mama Joyce goes to see Phaedra. And Phaedra has her cute little boy with them. And before Mama Joyce came in, they was talking to Apollo on FaceTime, and something happened where they got disconnected. Now, if you ask me, Phaedra did it on purpose. She was just like, okay, goodbye. We don't need to hear no more from you. But anyway, Mama Joyce comes in. She tries to talk to the little boy. She's like, hey, you remember me? You remember me? And then he looks down like he don't want to talk to her. And Phaedra just like, you better speak to Mama Joyce. Speak to her. You better speak or you don't get a treat. He told her, I don't want a treat. I don't want a treat. And I said, well, somebody tweeted, Bonnie Blue, she tweeted. She was just like, well, he sensed that evil from Mama Joyce. And I was like, right, he sensed the evil from that woman, because that woman is evil. And, the assistant came to get Aiden, and then, she just started to talk to her about, he said he don't want to get a prenup. He said he won't get no prenup. Now, what do you think is fair for him if he gonna be marrying Candy without no prenup? And I want to ask you, why you even introduced them anyway? Why did you introduce them? Because, they both short people with little heads. You don't introduce another short person with a little head. They gonna have awkward kids. I'm thinking, you short and got a little head. What you got against that? You look just like Candy, So she was just like, and she was just like, well, I liked him and everything. She was like, now, out of all the lawyers you meet and stuff like that, you could introduce her to one of them, but you're going to introduce her to the help. And then she was just like, well, I thought he was cute. She was like, cute? You don't introduce folks because you think he cute? He was like, you ever hear girls say, oh yeah, that Todd is so cute. I don't know why you introduced him. She was like, well, she was like, but dude, would you date him? Would you date a short guy with a big head? She was like, well, no. She was like, okay, no need to say anything else. No need to say anything else. Cause that's all. I don't need to hear nothing else. And then, Phaedra was just like, well, he's sticking around, so you gotta get along with him. She was just looking like she just don't care. And her and Candy have a conversation. Candy was just like, well, you know what? You and Ty need to get along. You never told me the real problem you had with Carmen. That was unnecessary the other day. She was just like, well, I feel like you weren't taking my side. I feel like you taking her side over mine. She was like, I'm not taking anybody's side. I just need to get down to the bottom of this. She was just like, well, I feel like I almost don't respect you because you didn't have my back. You didn't defend me to her. And she told me she wanted to whoop my ass and all. And I'm just thinking, Mama Joyce, no, you did not just lie like that. You said you wanted to get at her. You were going on in on her. And then she just lied like that. She was just like, well, I don't understand. She was just like, well, you know what? I'm just going to mind my business and I'm going to wash my hands with you being in your business. She was like, but you never told me to risk. She was just like, I'm going to mind my own business now. She said, that don't mean I'm happy you marrying him, but I'm not going to stop you anymore. And then Candy was just like, well, okay. Meanwhile, they all meet up or they supposed to meet up at, Nene's house. Nene has a new friend, my Neek, or whoever she is, and she was just like, "Oh, how Kenya shows up first. They were all supposed to meet up at 11. She shows up first, and she's just like, "Where are the other girls? Where are the other girls?" And then she just goes, "Oh, you know, they're not here yet." She was just like, they're tardy. Oh my God. See, I could have been doing so much and all this. I could have been shopping, running errands, and they're tardy. That's a total disrespect. How dare they be tardy? And I'm thinking, well, right now she's acting as if she was the first one on time. And sooner or later, I think Cynthia shows up next. And I think Cynthia was maybe an hour late, almost an hour late. And then Candy was an hour and a half late. And then Portia, and then Phaedra showed a blast. She was 3 hours late. She was at 2. At this time, Nene is pissed. She just like, you know what? I don't even want to do it. I'm about to go home. Y'all can get on the bus and go to Savannah yourselves. And then, everybody was just like, this is disrespectful. Why are you all late? And then Candy was just like, well, we went out to eat to Chipotle. And then, that's why I really, she was like, and Cynthia was like, well, dang, you could have bought us a biscuit. She was like, well, I was already late and I didn't want to, hear no more complaining from y'all, And I was just like, well, it is kind of disrespectful. They were that late. But I did not like how Kenya kept talking about it, bringing it up, chastising them like they're kids. And it's like, these are grown women. If Nene not fussing at them, you need to shut up. You need to shut up. Stop trying to get camera time. Every time you on camera, you got to own the scene and everything. Nene the only original housewife. She the only original. All the rest of y'all, especially you, King, your days are numbered. So don't come up here trying to be so trying to bully them and go in on them just because you thirsty for camera time. And then on I was on watching Wendy Williams, and then she was talking about how Kenya wanted to try to fuss at them and talk to them any kind of way for being late, but she was an hour late. She said on Watch What Happens Live, Andy said that she was late as well. But on the camera time, they made it look like, I guess editing wise, they made it look like she was the only one who showed up on time, but she wasn't. And anyway, they get on the bus. She was like, hurry up, slowpokes, hurry up. Do you want me to hold your hand? Do you need me to hold your hand? And doing all this unnecessary drama. And I was like, I'm ready for Candy to pop off on her. I'm so ready for that. And then she was just like, we do this every time. We say we're going to go on the trip. We say we're going to be respectful and all this. But we need to start doing it. We need to show up on time. We were 3 hours late. I don't know why you were 3 hours late. And Faith was just like, well, I have a child and a newborn and, all this. And I was just like, yeah, but that 3 hours late is like, they could have left you, girl, like seriously. But anyway, and Candy gets up and just like, okay, I don't like how you talking to me, you're yelling. She was like, I'm not yelling. She was like, you're yelling. Sit your ass down. We don't give a F about what you're talking about. You're not gonna talk to me like any kind of way. I'm not your kid or anything like that. Yes, I was late, I'm sorry, but don't keep talking to me crazy. And then she was just like, I'm not gonna sit down. I'm not gonna sit down. And then in the confessionals, everybody was just over her, and then her and Candy have their little argument or whatever. And I was just like with Candy, like, right, don't be talking down to these women. You thirsty for camera time. Nene the one who orchestrated the whole, or Bravo really the one who orchestrated the whole trip. Nene claimed that she was hosting the trip or whatever, but you have no right to really get that angry at them. But anyway, I didn't want to go on the rant too much. But anyway, that was the Housewives of Atlanta. They saved the little argument between Candy and Kenya for the last 2 seconds. And it was like, okay, good. Can't wait to see what's happening on the next episode. Look like Monique and Portia are getting into it. And I'm just like, I'd rather see Monique on here than Kenya. Kenya need to go, and she know this is her last season. This might be the last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it's definitely the end of Kenya, and I'll be so glad when she is off the show, when she is not gone with the Win Fabulous, but just gone, because I'm over her. Mama Joyce, I'm over her. I'm over the whole Candy situation. I'm just ready to see how they gonna wrap up the rest of the season. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with Candy when she say, "I drag you in here." I can't wait to see that part. But anyway, that was the Housewives of Atlanta. Please, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe, because I'm really trying to get a lot of subscribers. This is my new channel, and I really want to be like a big time blogger. So please share my videos on Facebook, on Twitter. Please like it. Please leave a comment. I will shout you out, I promise. If you leave a comment on any of my videos, in the next video, I don't know what it's going to be on, but I will shout out all you people who have left it on there, because you guys really do inspire me to continue. So please continue to support, and follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_midnight_LUV. Follow me on Instagram at drinkmeup21. That's drinkmeup21. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. Peace and love and a Merry Christmas.